exhausted. Enemy unlimited.
This machine represents the pinnacle of German engineering. If we can produce 100 per month, the war is won.
Mr. President, we can't build the best tanks, but we can build the most tanks.
So any kid from Iowa can fix them with a wrench and a screwdriver.
The contrast in production philosophy was stark in the factories themselves.
We spent 3 days just on the final drive assembly.
It was not mass production. It was art.
It was larger than all German tank factories combined. The workforce consisted of former auto workers, housewives, and teenagers.
They gave us 2 days of training, then put us on the line.
We'd finish a tank in 4 hours.
The entire process from raw steel to a completed tank took 48 hours. By December 1942, the ratio was already 103 to 1.
The production disparity created a cascade of secondary effects.
We beat the hell out of those training tanks. Drove them till they broke, fixed them, drove them again.
I knew that tank better than my family's farm tractor.
In Germany, training vehicles were virtually non-existent.
We had 3 days in an actual Tiger.
Half the crew had never even started a Maybach engine.
D-Day marked the beginning of the mathematical demonstration.
The Allies landed with 4,000 tanks. Germany could muster just 102 Tigers.
We destroyed 8 Shermans in the morning engagement. By afternoon, 16 more had taken their place. They came like ants.
When America lost a Sherman, a new one arrived within 48 hours. A reserve of 2,300 Shermans was maintained in British depots.
When Germany lost a Tiger, replacement took weeks or months, if it came at all.
What they didn't report was the aftermath.
Brilliance is exhaustible. Industrial production is not. We could replace our tanks faster than he could reload.
Behind every Sherman was a logistical supply chain.
In a single day, the Red Ball delivered 12,342 tons of supplies.
Meanwhile, German logistics crumbled.
We
We have 6 operational Tigers, but fuel for perhaps 30 kilometers.
We dare not engage. We would be helpless as the 100 behind them crushed us.
The Sherman was designed for maintenance by conscripts.
The Sherman was like a farm tractor with armor. Something broke, unbolt it, bolt on a new one.
Tiger maintenance was a nightmare of complexity.
We needed a 15-ton crane. No crane was available.
The Tiger sat useless for 2 months, while Shermans passed us every day.
Training a complete Tiger crew properly required 19 man-months of instruction.
The Americans faced no such crisis.
Within 2 hours, we had a replacement who trained on the exact same tank model.
Operation Bagration. The Soviets had learned from American production methods.
A T-34 could be produced in 3,000 man-hours versus the Tiger's 300,000.
On July 7th, 45 T-34s attacked. We destroyed 19 before running out of ammunition. On July 8th, 60 T-34s. We retreated.
The Soviets also received 4,102 Shermans, more than 3 times the total number of Tigers ever built.
In Italy, German tank crews witnessed American industrial might firsthand.
Feb 15 destroyed 4 Shermans. Feb 16, 8 new Shermans in same position.
We are Sisyphus pushing the boulder. Every Sherman we destroy is replaced by 2.
We'd have it back in action the next morning. The Germans would face the same tank 3 days later.
The production statistics became human stories.
My brother was in Italy. Every Sherman I welded might be the one that brought him home.
German factories faced different realities.
We use slave labor that sabotages production. They use free workers racing to build more.
The Battle of the Bulge provided the final mathematical proof.
My Tigers have fuel for perhaps 60 kilometers. The objectives are 200 kilometers distant.
Meanwhile, American replacement tanks were already moving from Antwerp depots.
A tactical German victory.
Became a strategic defeat.
The Panther, damaged and out of ammunition, was abandoned.
We'd bail out, walk back, get another tank, and return to the fight.
The Germans knew each Tiger lost was irreplaceable.
Germany pursued engineering perfection.
America pursued production efficiency.
We sought perfection and achieved paralysis. They won through arithmetic, not engineering. The difference was not just in production, but in reliability.
Complex systems failed constantly.
Of 45 Tigers on strength, 11 are operational. We cannibalized 3 Tigers to keep 1 running.
With thousands of surplus Shermans, America could afford experimentation. Germany could barely produce standard Tigers, let alone variants.
We had warehouses full of everything. I threw away more spare parts for lack of storage space than German units ever received.
Our lieutenant told us straight, don't be heroes. Heroes die. We'll keep you in tanks. We knew we had to kill 10, 20, 30 enemy tanks to justify our Tiger's existence.
The American officer said they received 500 monthly just for this sector. I knew then every Tiger we destroyed was meaningless.
The irony was complete.
The American tanks are easier to maintain than our own. We are fighting American tanks with American tanks.
The war ended not with dramatic tank duels, but with columns of American armor.
The ratio, 27.7 Shermans for every Tiger.
Decades later, they reached the same conclusions.
We didn't need to be aces. We needed to be adequate and numerous. Wars are won by production lines.
A philosophy that seemed to value machines over men actually saved lives through abundance.
The Soviet Union adopted similar mass production strategies for the Cold War.
Germany, learning from defeat, abandoned complex perfection for practical sufficiency.
The Tiger was a masterpiece. But wars are not tournaments. Industry won the war. The Tiger was the better tank. The Sherman was the winner's tank. I'd rather be a winner in a Sherman.
Today, only 7 running Tigers exist worldwide.
Even in preservation, the production differential persists. The mathematics of victory could not be more clearly stated.
We came with the world's best tanks. You came with good enough tanks and overwhelming numbers. We fought with excellence. You fought with arithmetic. In war, arithmetic always wins.
Germany lost the war in the factories of Detroit, long before they lost it on the battlefields of Europe.
The debate was never about tanks at all.
It was about industrial capacity and the mathematics of modern war.
The only number that mattered. The assembly line defeats the craftsman's bench every single time.